Welcome back to the weekly headlines. I'm Kevin Hart.
I'm Mike Wimmacher.
And let's get to the news. Richard Irvin and his running mate Avery Bourne are the latest gubernatorial candidates trying to unseat J.B. Pritzker in the upcoming election. There's been a pushback online about a Politico article where it was described that Bourne would help win over downstate Trump voters, where the article claimed it's not uncommon to see a Confederate flag. Well, some were upset. I've been through Southern Illinois, and listen, they aren't wrong. But broad generalizations aren't always conducive. I mean, if you really want to be accurate, you could say that when you travel through Southern Illinois, you also could see 7 spaced out signs on the highway that read all of John 3:16, an Impeach Obama sign that is somehow still up, super large sex toys and adult video store next exit, and these road signs again, son of a bitch!
Springfield's own Ron Swanson, Frank Vala, was back at it again this week in his continuing vendetta against Mayor Jim Langfelder in the city of Springfield. Vala, the Airport Authority chairman, asked the U.S. Department of Transportation to investigate whether an arrangement where the city was allowed to store a vehicle in an airport hangar at no charge may violate any rules or laws. Spokesperson for Mayor Jim Langfelder says the agreement for storage space for the city police mobile command unit dates back to former Mayor Karen Hacera, and notes that the agreement was in place during Vala's entire tenure as the airport board chair. I think I know one way to settle all this, though. Bring back Celebrity Deathmatch.
Removing ballot drop boxes and not allowing people to give voters waiting in line water bottles is A-okay with every Republican senator. All 52 of them. The doomed-to-fail vote, not to even remove the filibuster, but just change it back to a talking filibuster, was on almost everyone's mind this past week. We thought maybe one of those 52 would want to make it easier and more accessible for people to vote. But no. Sorry, black people. Mitch McConnell says African Americans aren't Americans.
African American voters are voting in just as high a percentage as Americans.
It's funny how bitch McConnell lies so much about elections, presidents, public safety, but has no problem telling the truth when it comes to how racist he is.
President Joe Biden commemorated his first year in office this week by holding a rare news conference. At the news conference, Biden spoke and took questions from the press for, get this, almost 2 hours. Now, Joe, I know you know the author of Lord of the Rings books, J.R.R. Tolkien, personally, but dude, your press conference does not need to be as long as the director's cut of one of those movies. It's like being at a wedding where the best man has had a few too many and just goes on and on and on with his speech. Yo, reel it in there, corn pop.
Netflix stock dropped after a report came out that they didn't gain as many new subscribers as they thought they were going to in the last quarter. Now, there are a lot of factors at play, but there are so many streaming platforms now, and inflation is bad, plus minimum wage is still low in some places, and I know Netflix executives hate to hear it, but when it comes to passwords, sharing is caring, especially if their prices are going to go up. But they'll be fine. I mean, what are you going to do? Watch your favorite movie edited on cable TV with commercial breaks every 10 minutes?
You think I killed 2 kids and a woman? Fuck that! I don't need that shit in my life. You think I killed 2 kids and a woman? Not that. I don't need that stuff in my life.
It was reported earlier this week that the NFL and their Super Bowl halftime show will not be paying any of the background dancers who will be performing at halftime. Instead, they say the dancers are receiving valuable exposure. Exposure at a halftime show at the Super Bowl? Why don't we ask Janet Jackson how that worked out for her? And those are your weekly headlines. I'm Mike Wimmacher.
I'm Kevin Hart.
And we are El Chapo out of here!
Let's get to the news. Yeah.